Hello everyone, I am Anjan and welcome to the 9th video tutorial of the Verilog course series. In this video, you will be getting to know how the carry look ahead adder works and how to design a Verilog code for it. For a better understanding, I split the video into three parts, that is pre-coding part, coding part and the post-coding part. Now let's move on to the pre-coding part. In the pre-coding part, you will be seeing the circuit diagram of the CLA adder. To know how the CLA adder works, you should know the ripple carry adder circuit diagram. If you don't know, I will be saying here. For much more details, you can go and watch my previous video on the Start Scratch YouTube channel playlist. And now, how come to the ripple adder? It will be having 4 full adders like you watch here, and it won't have these 3 combination circuits. Which in place of these combination circuits, you will be easily getting an input here. This is the input. This is in the ripple carry adder condition, but in this CL adder it is nothing, means just a dash. But in the ripple carry adder, it is a wire which is driving an input for full adder, second full adder, which is an output from full adder 1. And here this is an wire which is driving an input for full adder 3, which is coming from an output full adder 2, and the same similar condition here. What is the need to introduce this much combination circuit to give as an input for this CN? The reason is, if you drive the inputs from the previous full adders, you will be getting delays. Like if these outputs we will get at 5 nanoseconds, and this will get at 10 nanoseconds, and this will get at 15, and this will even get at 20 nanoseconds. To decrease the simulation time and get all the outputs at the same instance of time, we are introducing these combination circuits in place of driving the inputs from the previous full adders. And closely watch, we are having combination circuits which are given inputs, that is given to the previous full adder inputs, that is here A0, B0, C0 is given here, and here A0, B0 and A1, B1, C0, A1, B1, C0, not C1. C1 is an individual, C2 here also individual, and C3 also individual. To design the Verilog code, we will be using this kind of workflow, and here this 4-bit carry look ahead generator is being used, and these full address are individual, not this one. These are different one, and this full address will be given differently. And now at 0 instance of time, you will be given A0 to A3 and B0 to B3 and C0 to these blocks, and you will be getting, like say at 5 nanoseconds, you will be getting P0 to P3 and G0 to G3 and C1, C2, C3 you will be getting at 5 nanoseconds. At 10 nanoseconds, you will be given C1, C2, C3 and C0 again to these full adders, instead of giving this A1, B1, and you will be giving those also. And at 10 nanoseconds, you will be getting S0, S1, S2, S3 and C4. At 10 nanoseconds, you will be getting those values at same instance of time. Now let's see coding part, so that you will be understanding much more better. Here is my module name. Here are my port list, main port list, that is Cin is the main 1-bit input, and A, B are 4-bit inputs, and some is an 4-bit output, and Cout is an 1-bit output. And here is my wires, that is P0 to P3, G0 to G3, C1 to C4. And here I introduce P0, P1, P2, P3 and as an XOR gates of A0 and B0. And if you remember, this is the half adder output, that is sum of the half adder A0, B0, and G0 is the end operation of A naught and B naught. And if you remember, it is the half adder output of carry, and here it is the C naught, C0, C1, C2, C3, and these are using OR gate condition, OR operations between G0 and P, G0 and in combinedly P0 and AND operation with Cn, like that. If you observe closely and remember, this is the half adder condition, half adder sum output, and this is half adder carry output, and this is, in this case, C1. This is the full adder carry output. If you watch this circuit diagram, you will be getting to understand. This is the full adder circuit where two half adders are introduced, two XOR gates, two AND gates, and one OR gate. Here, this point is the P, that is XOR of A and B, and this point is the G, that is XOR operation of A and B and C in AND gate operation. Here, this is G, and this is the OR gate, and we will be getting C here. That is the OR operation between G and AND gate operation between A and B. Okay. Now let's back here. AND gate operation is this. This is G, and this is A XOR B, AND gate with C. A XOR B. Oh, okay. This is carry and this is sum. Sum is the XOR of this one, A, B, C. I will be telling the sum later, and just concentrate on carry. And coming to here, C1 is just OR gate between G0 and P0 and Cn. Here you can see. P0 and Cn. This is P0 and Cn, and this is G0, that is AND gate between A and B. Both two will be driven to OR gate. And now C1 is get, we got C1, and to get C2 in the ripple carry adder, you will be just giving C1, and you will be performing what do you say, like performing an AND operation with P1, and you will be both use it to using an OR gate in between. You will be getting G1. I will be showing. This is C1. Let's say C1 will be introduced here in place of C0, and you will be getting C2 as an output. You will be here A1 and B1. Here C1 will be given, and this C1 will be driven to the AND gate of P1, and P1 and C1 AND gate, P1 and C1. If you elaborate this one, P1 and C1, you will be getting P1 and G0, or P1 and P0 and Cn, that is here. And here in the C3 case, you will be getting G2 or P2 and C2. If you perform P2 and C2, you will be getting P2 and G1, or P2 and P1 and G0, or P2 and P1 and P0 and Cn, and similar to this C4 case. And here you are getting C out. And now here this Cn will be given to the P0, and performing an XOR gate operation, you will be getting sum as an output. Here sum 0 is equal to P0 XOR C0, and C out equal to C4. Now, to know how the tool works, let's move on to the post coding part. I here given the whole code here. and I pre-simulated it to save the time. Here is my input graph simulation table. I will be giving here all ones. Again A as 1, B will be given as 0, and C will be given as 0 again. And here I given all the inputs, and let's see what will be the output. Like we should get the C sum all in this place of x. You should get the 1, so that our code is good. Let's run it for 10 nanoseconds. Here is it. Here it is. I am getting 1111. That is the value of, in hexadecimal the value is f, and here is it. Now let's go to our schematic. Here is my schematic. Here are my input ports, and here are my output ports, and coming in between, this is all the circuit, XOR gate, AND gates, and OR gates circuit tables, and there are totally 39 cells here. Each cell is RTL, and this total how many cells, gates means 39 gates, and 14 input output ports, that is 4 plus 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 4 4 plus 4 8 plus 1 9, 9 plus 4 13, 13 plus 1 15, 13 plus 1 14, sorry, 14 input output ports, and 48 nets, that is wires. These are all wires. These are 40 nets, like that. And here it is the schematic of CLI adder. And do check the description box to find the questions related to the Verilog course. And if you like the video, please share to your friends, and do like the video to get the encouragement to us, and subscribe to the Start Scratch YouTube channel.